once again, we are back for the third movement in Joseph Haydn's 104th and final symphony, sometimes referred to as the London Symphony, and the third movement is a Menuet allegro, and then in some designations, though not on this CD, it's listed as a Menuet allegro trio menuet. But yes, an allegro obviously with some energy and pace, and a menuet meaning in the minuet form. And yes, it's a shorter movement. It's about 5 minutes in this recording, which is the shortest of the four, but I think it sets the stage for the very lovely and powerful and joyful fourth movement. So yes, it is in some ways balancing the larger symphony by transitioning from the slower movement, the andante, and again setting the table for the final movement. So let's give it a listen. This is Joseph Haydn's 104th Symphony, the third movement, which is a Menuet allegro, and it's performed by the London Philharmonic Orchestra and conducted by Eugene Joachim in 2003. if this is an association I made before, but that movement just now reminded me of being in a palatial garden, like a very fancy garden on the grounds of a palace in the morning. Like it felt like morning sunshine. And as I said, I like how it's still a relatively smooth and not terribly energetic movement, but a bit more energy than the second movement, and it sets the stage for, let's say, the bright afternoon sunshine of the final movement. So yes, I think it's very nice in the transitional bridging of movements 2 and 4. I think it has some very great string writing once again. We also, of course, hear some flute and some horns in there. The timpani plays a big role in this one, not bombastically, but still there's some nice build-ups where you can hear the timpani rumbling in the background. So yeah, I think it's well composed, both in terms of its melodic parts and in its place in the larger whole of the symphony altogether. So yes, as I said, my favorite movement is the fourth movement. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you haven't heard it before, prepare yourself for some great spirit, and more on that in a moment when we listen to the fourth movement. See you then.